Hello and welcome, dear students. Today we are going to study determiners. Determiners is a topic which is considered very important for the high school and higher secondary school students. In the middle school, it breaks down into the specific topics, this parts of speech which is being taught in school. So let us begin and see what are determiners and what is that we need to study, and to what extent you need to practice it. In this lesson you will find about determiners, all the components of it, and then you will find the tabulated information with the words, and those words are regrouped into singular, plural usage and with examples. Let us begin. A determiner is a word that defines or limits a noun or to singular or plural, general or specific. So first of all, we need to know that it is a word that tells us something more about the noun. It limits it, or it makes it general or specific. It also quantifies the noun. That means it tells us something about the quantity. It always comes before a noun. The place of the word determiner is before a noun and not after. It also comes before any other adjectives. For example, it can be the best place. Place is a noun, best is the adjective, the is the determiner. So in this case, it is before the adjective. Let us proceed and find out something more about it. Determiners are required before a singular noun but optional when it comes to introducing plural nouns. So make a note of this. We will discuss this in detail. When it is a plural noun, it is where you do use or not to use. It is only in terms of general or specific. For example, consider the placement and the usage of common determiner the. Let us see the examples. The bunny went home. Over here the word the is placed before the word bunny. Bunny is noun and the is the determiner. I ate the chocolate cookie for dessert. I ate the chocolate cookie. The chocolate cookie, please consider that cookie over here is the noun. Chocolate is the adjective over here, and the is the determiner. Metal cans are recyclable. Over here there are no determiners used at all. Metal is the material, that is adjective over here, and cans, it is in the plural form, and we have studied just now that it does not require, but when you want to make it general or specific, only then you bring in the determiner. The metal cans are recyclables. So now over here it is made either general or specific. Now in every example, now over here I've just explained it to you that the determiners are present in all the sentences except one sentence, and that one sentence, in the first example it comes directly just before the noun, and in the second example it comes before the adjective chocolate. And then we proceed further looking at these two examples, metal cans and the metal cans. Let us discuss that. Note that the third example, there is no determiner, as the determiners are optional for plural nouns and noun phrases. When you want to discuss the noun in general, that is all metal cans, you don't need a determiner for plural nouns. However, the fourth example shows that you add a determiner to refer the specific nouns, that is metal cans right here. So in the above example we have seen that the was added to make it specific. Now let us proceed further. This difference is only in context of the meaning that you want to convey from the example. Now there are different types of determiners in English language. For example, we are discussing a few over here. Articles, demonstratives, numericals, that means in terms of number. Numbers also two categories we are discussing, that is ordinals, that is 1, 2, 3 and 4, and first, second, third and 4, and cardinals, that is 1, 2, 3 and 4. Quantifiers, some, more, distributive, every, neither, possessives, I, my, are, such words. Let us proceed further. We will find the explanation and the categorically the words explained to us. Articles over here, the articles, we have a perfect understanding of articles, that there are three words, and the words are articles are divided into two types, that is general article, that is definite and indefinite. Definite article is the, indefinite articles are a and an. Let us proceed further. In the junior classes, you must have remembered that a and an is taught with the presence of the letter vowel letters presented. But remember that it is based on the sounds. That means an is used before the words beginning with vowel sounds and not vowel letters. A is used before words beginning with the consonant sounds, not the consonant letters. And when we talk about sounds, there are as many as 20 vowel sounds and 24 consonant sounds. Proceeding further to understand articles, for example, over here, a dog is a good pet. Over here, dog is the noun and a is added, the article is determiner is added before it. An ostrich would beat a chicken in a race. An ostrich is the noun and is the article or the determiner added before the word ostrich. The explanation that I have just given is listed out and written. On the other hand, the is the definite article, meaning the speaker is referring to something specific about the noun. For example, we went to the best restaurant in town. Over here, restaurant is the noun, best is the adjective, the is the article. This article, the, is the determiner that is telling us or limiting the noun, that is the restaurant. The dog is barking too loudly. Over here, dog is the noun and the is the determiner. Here the speaker is referring to the particular dog, a particular restaurant. It is not a general category, but only one animal or place. That's important. When the meaning is specific, you use the definite article. Now let us proceed further. Demonstratives. Demonstratives are pointers. In general, you can call them as pointers. That means when you point your finger and say this, that, these and those, these are known as demonstratives. Demonstrative pronouns are used before nouns. Demonstrative are used in a situation when the speaker can point at certain things and talk about it. For example, do you want this piece of chicken? Over here, when you're pointing to some object and then you say this, and this is also used for something that is close to you, and it is also used for something singular in nature. It can also be plural in nature, but the singular definitely in nature. For the things which are closer to you, which are many in number, you use these. I don't want to go to that movie. That movie, again, it is a pointer and it is used to something far away, and definitely it is used for a singular. These blackberries are sour. These are used for something that is closer to you, and it is used for many, that is plural. He wanted those boys to go away. Those means someone, group of people, and it is used for people who are far away from you and for plural. So we have used this for singular and near to us, that for singular but far away from us, these for plural but close to us, and those for plural but far away from us. This and these refer to the nearby, that is that, and those refer to items that are far away. This and that are singular, while these and those are plural, as explained to you. We proceed to quantifiers. Quantifiers means telling us something about the quantity, that means in number. Now be mindful of quantifiers, known as countables and non-countables. Let us proceed and read what do we have in front of us. Now, quantifiers are determiners that indicate how much or how little of the noun is being discussed. These include words such as all, some, few, many. For example, let us look at the examples. He took all the books. When we're talking about all, you can see when the now books is the noun, the is the article, that is already a determiner present over there, but we are quantifying the books with use of the word all. So we have two determiners over here for the books. Then we proceed further to the next example. We have she liked all desserts equally. She liked all desserts equally. Now over here we are talking about the noun dessert and the determiner is all. Few, remember that when we say few, it has a negative connotation. That means nothing or none at all. When you say a few, it has got an affirmative connotation. That means something which is countable. Now over here we have the word few, which means few children like lima beans. That means no children like lima beans. So the cafeteria stopped serving them. Over here the noun is the children and few is the determiner. Many kittens are taught to hunt by their mothers. Kittens are the noun and many is the determiner used over here. Note that all can be used with other determiners to specify which particular items are meant, that is all the books in the pile. In this case, the quantifier always comes before the article or demonstrative. As I pointed out, all the books. Books is the noun, the is the article, all is the determiner. Now in this case, the quantifier always comes before the article or demonstrative. It is also possible to use all alone to refer to items generally, as in the second example. For example, we have seen that she liked all the desserts. So over here it can be used for all also. Proceeding further, now we have possessive. Possessive means to show something belonging to someone. Words like my, your, his, her, its, our and their. And when referring to a noun that belongs to someone or something, you can use possessive pronouns to show ownership. Possessive pronouns include my, your, his, her, its, our and their. For example, where is your car? Car is the noun and your is the determiner or the possessive pronoun that is used over here. The dog growled and showed its teeth. Its is the possessive used over here. Teeth is the noun and its is the determiner. It is determining something about the teeth. My best friend is a cat. Over here, friend is the noun, best is qualifying the noun, and my is the possessive determiner present over here. Which one is his house? House is the noun, his is the possessive or the determiner used over here. Honesty is her best quality. Quality is the noun, best is the adjective used for quality, and her is the possessive or the determiner used in this place. The tree shed its leaves. Leaves is the noun and its is the possessive or the determiner used. It's our secret recipe. Recipe is the noun, secret is qualifying, the adjective is used, and our is the possessive or the determiner used in this case. As always, the determiner comes before the noun. We have gone through the each and every example, and any modifying adjectives. The adjectives also were pointed out which were modifying. In English, you can use the same possessive whether the noun refers to a singular or plural. So in case of possessive, it does not matter whether it is singular or plural, you may use the possessives. Now coming to numerals or the number determiners. Cardinal numbers are countables, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. At the quantities defined in terms of numbers, words like 2, 3, 4, etc. are used to determine the noun. For example, the 4 boys who opted for the science stream were present. Over here, boys is the noun, 4 is the quantity, and the is the article used for it. So over here there are two determiners used. One is for the number determiner for cardinal numbers, and the article used. Another category of numbers is the ordinal number. Ordinal numbers, from the word itself you can make out the order. Words that show the position of the noun are called ordinal numbers. For example, first, second, third, fourth, and maybe last also. May is the fourth daughter in the family. Now, a person who is placed fourth in terms of birth and maybe age is placed fourth. So that is how the ordinal number fourth is used for the noun daughter, and the is the article used. So we can see there are two determiners used in this case, the, fourth, and the noun is the daughter. Now, summarizing all, using determiners correctly, you need to keep a certain specifics in mind. For example, those people who are using determiners for editing, omissions, gap filling, determiners always come first in the noun phrase. Noun phrase means a group of words where noun is placed, and you will see the determiner is placed just before it. It is usually the subject of the sentence in certain cases. Determiners are required with singular nouns. That means with singular nouns definitely it is required. To speak about a singular noun, generally use an indefinite article, that is a or an. And to speak about a plural noun, generally do not use a determiner. Only when you want to make it specific, use the determiner the. And we also use demonstrative like this, that, these, those, and possessive I, my, are, there, and quantifiers few, many, some. And when we come to speak plurals, we use the definite articles, demonstrative pronoun, possessive pronoun, numbers, and quantifiers. Once this is established, let us see all those words that we have seen. It has been tabulated for you for a better understanding. The articles are a, an, and the. Demonstratives are this, that, these, and those. Possessives are my, her, his, are, their. The countables, for the countables, the number is the cardinal. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, both, none, few, a few, each, every, either, neither, no, several, and many. For number, that is ordinal in nature, first, second, third, last, etc. such words. Then we have quantitative, that is for adjectives, for example, some, any, much, more, less, little, a little, the little. We also have certain other categories like WH words where interrogatives are there. For example, what or whatever, which or whichever, who or whoever, whosoever, and who. These words play multiple roles in a complex sentence. Sometimes they are placed in the beginning of a subordinate clause, where they play the role of a connector, noun, pronoun, and they also play the role of a determiner there. Pronouns of indefinite, now indefinite pronouns are like enough, many, such, both, somebody, nobody, these such words. Distributive, it is either or, neither nor, either alone also, neither alone is also used in a sentence, each and every, such words. Now these words, we are going to regroup these words categorically as used for countables, non-countables, singulars, and plurals, and then we will see their examples also. Let us proceed. The use of determiners like a, and, each, everyone, another, either. You must have seen that I have taken words from different categories, so different parts of speech, and grouped them over here. Now why did I do that? To show you the usage that these words are used with singular countables. So you will have a perfect understanding that if you get a passage for editing, for omission, corrections, or gap filling, if the noun is countable and it is singular, then you should have these words at your fingertip to place these words and see whether they fit in to the context. Then we have words like this and that. These words are used with the singular and uncountables. Then proceeding to words like a little, a lot of, a great deal of, much. It is used with uncountable nouns. and singular countable nouns also. Then we have determiner example words are more, most, all, a lot of, enough, adequate, and some. What is the usage? Usage are with the uncountable nouns and plural countable nouns. Then we have determiners categorized as a few, several, many, these, those, four, five, both. The usage is with plural nouns only. For moving further, we have words like the, no, some, any, my, his, her, your, are, their, its, which, whose, what. These words are used with any type of nouns. Now we are going to regroup these words and look at certain examples where these words occur in combination or when the context is either close or completely opposite. We will see what word to use and where what word is incorrect to use. For example, the words like many and much. One word is used for countables, one word is used for uncountable nouns. Let us see how these words are used. Beginning with many and much. There are many houses in the village. Many is used to denote number. There isn't much water in the jug. It is used with uncountable nouns. That means water, you cannot count water. Many of these boys come from rich families. Many of these boys. Now many is the context that we are discussing. It is used with plural countable nouns. Much of what you say is right. Now you say, that is the context. So much of what, that is what we are considering as determiner. So much denote quantity. It is used with uncountable nouns, that you cannot count anyone's word and say how much a person has said. That is right. Then we have the next combination of words, a few, a little. It means something different. One is used for countable, one is used for uncountable nouns. I have a few books in my bag. A few is the opposite of many. We have seen many earlier. Now a few is the opposite. And a few, it means some countable. It denotes number and it is used with plural. That means countable noun. The cup contains a little tea. A little is the opposite of much. We have seen much earlier. And it denotes quantity and is used with uncountable nouns. That means you cannot count tea. Moving further, the examples that we have is either and neither. It is used alone as a standalone word. Let us see. Trees were grown on either side of the road. You can pronounce the word as either and either, neither and neither. That is the difference between UK and American English. Trees were grown on either side of the road. Either means one of the two sides. He can play neither game. Neither means none of the two games. So neither is a little negative in context, and either is in the affirmative or positive context. The sentence is affirmative and the second sentence is negative in nature. Each and every. Now example is each girl must be in uniform. When you're talking about single person, each is used for two or more person or things, and which is definite in nature. That means definite, you are making it particular, specific. Every day is a new day. Every is used in the context of more than two persons or things. Now what is the difference between the two? Over here each is made specific or definite and every is said in general. Proceeding further, we have other examples. We have some and any. Now some is used in a positive sentence, or in English grammar we call it affirmative sentence, and any is used in a negative sentence where the word no, not, or the apostrophized form of not is used. Let us see the example. Some flowers are still in bloom. Over here some is the quantifier over here, and it is used for plural noun. Let us see, some is used in affirmative sentences. There isn't any apple in the basket. I have already mentioned that any is used in the negative connotation. That means not is present in the sentence. Any is used in a negative sentence. Proceeding further, we have words like no and none. The word none means no one. Let us see the examples. She has no time to spare. No is used before the noun. Let us see, no and time. Time is the noun over here. No is used before noun. No person can help it. Let us see, person is the noun and no is used just before it. Then I tried to get help, but there was none around. None is used after the noun. Now I tried to get help. Help is the noun over here, but there was none around. So none is used after the noun has been mentioned or discussed in the sentence. Proceeding further, all, both. All is used in plural, both is used when only two units are being discussed or considered. She gave me all the flowers. All denote the total of many units together. It is used with both countables and uncountable nouns. Then we have another example. Both Ravi and Tina are my friends. Both is used only when two units are discussed together. Proceeding further, we have another example, a combination of pair of words, first and foremost. What is the difference between the two words? Monday is the first day of the week. That means the ordinal position. First denote the position of the noun. The foremost quality in a tender is sincerity. Foremost means the main or the chief. Here the meaning differs altogether. Then we have the next example, such and same. Such is used when you have some idea already in mind, and same is used when something is identical in nature. I have never seen such a building before. You use the word such when such is used to express something of the same kind or degree. Then we have been studying in the same school for the last 6 years. Same is used to denote identical things or the same thing which is not different in any way. Now let us proceed to the exercise. Let us begin with the exercise. Supply suitable determiners in the blank spaces below. Exercise 1. Mr. Sharma went to bazaar and bought. Over here you have words from articles or quantifiers. Let us see what words fits in. The strategy that is to be used is 3-level strategy. First is that read through and get the main idea of the passage. The second is to slow down and read and see what category of the determiner can be used. At the third go you are supposed to attempt it. Let us read through. Mr. Sharma went to bazaar and bought honey from shop. The shopkeeper gave him honey. When Mr. Sharma was coming back, he saw girls who were playing in ground. Dash of them were looking very pretty. The girls were wearing beautiful clothes. Mr. Sharma was happy to see girls in joyful mood. Now after reading through, I got some idea because certain words were very naturally coming to my tongue. But I will not begin placing the words immediately. I got some idea that articles are used. I also got some idea regarding certain quantifiers to be used. Let us see. Mr. Sharma went to bazaar and bought some honey from a shop. The shopkeeper gave him the honey. When Mr. Sharma was coming back, he saw a few girls if you are not allowed to use uh, uh, a and few, two words together, you can say four girls or five girls, okay, who were playing in the ground. A few of them were looking very pretty, or two of them were looking very pretty. The girls were wearing beautiful clothes. Mr. Sharma was happy to see the girls in a joyful mood. Now the blank depends. If you are allowed to use two words, use a few. If you are not allowed to use, then use your countable numerals. Proceed with the exercise. Students may pause the video and attempt the exercise. Proceeding further. Exercise 4 continues. Pause the video. Exercise 5. Pause the video and copy it out in the notebook and attempt. Exercise number 6. Pause the video. Exercise 7 continues. Exercise number 8. Pause the video and copy it out. Exercise number 9. Exercise number 10. With this, we have come to the end of this exercise. I hope the students will be able to attempt it. If you are new on the channel, kindly subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so that you receive the notification of the next video when I upload. And all the students are requested to like the video so that it gets added up in their auto-generated like list. The students will be able to refer this list when they are going to attempt the tests and the examinations. Thank you very much for your precious time.